What's up, everybody? Back. I got banned for a week by YouTube for talking about some things that start with the letter V, as in victory. So I'll no longer mention words that start with a V and ends with an S, or words that start with a V and it ends with an E, or words that start with a V and ends with an N. If you understand what I mean, I'll dance around the words as best as I can. But anyway, as I was trying to explain in the video that got took down by YouTube, is there's a little more information about the V that starts and ends with the S than what they're telling us. Again, Dr. False Lead stated 15 years ago that this is nothing more than an annual virus, much like the annual flu, similar to the ones everybody gets. And one more thing on this everyday flu, that annual flu that people been getting for years and years. Around 400,000 people die annually from that in the United States alone, around 8 million or so globally, just from the common everyday flu. And we're not talking about swine or the avian or any of the others, just the common everyday one that we experience most often. So anyway, again, so it is just a flu, and it will be annual, and he said people will need to be V, ends with an E, D, annually for this. Now, this was said 15 years ago. You remember, again, he was part of the think tank with Bill Gates that run this experiment on a pandemic, global pandemic, I think back in the 80s or 90s. Yeah, False Lead. And again, there's speculation again that False Lead is the son of Mother, Father, Teresa, whatever. Anyway, so they're giving a lot of misinformation about all this stuff, guys. And there's a lot of stuff I can talk about that what they've done is put to scare of anybody that this V ends with an S is deadly. It's just a flu. So they scared everybody with this: wear a mask, stay apart. Little thing about the staying apart, y'all know this is part of the facial recognition. In fact, it's been reported that around 28 men of color, darker color, have been misidentified by this facial recognition programs they've been using. 28 in the last few months. So it don't work, okay? So they want you separated so they can use global or facial recognition and stuff like that, and also DNA detection. More on that here shortly, okay? Anyway, they got everybody scared about it. Stay apart, wear a mask. And what it is, and I said this several months ago, guys, that this is all a bunch of crap, because the stuff that's coming later on will be the thing that really hurts people. This is the deadly part. Not because it's a V ends with an S, it's because it's something else. Here we go, guys. Okay. This so-called V ends with an S is bullcrap. It's a flu, okay? A cold, a real bad cold. I like to say, you lose your sense of taste. I've talked to people, guys, I travel all over the United States, and I've talked to people all over the place, and I ask them, they tell me they've had this fire, V ends with an S, or not, and they tell me their symptoms and what they went through with it, and it ain't what they're selling. People are not being killed with it like every day. In fact, there's an investigation from the Michigan or Minnesota, one of the state senators, Congress people is doing an investigation into the false reporting by the state and other states on the numbers that actually have died from the V that ends with an S. So there's a large percentage are not. Okay, anyway, more on to it, guys. They created the fear of it: stay apart, facial recognition, DNA recognition. Now they come up with the V ends with an E, and want everybody to get V ends with an ED with this new V ends with an E. I know it's kind of cryptic, guys, but I just don't get knocked down again. All right, because I want to try to get this information out. Don't go get the V ends with an N, okay? Just don't. They found out somebody did. They said the Russians did. I don't know who. I don't know for sure. But each one of these little things you're going to get stuck in your arm has nanoparticles in it. And on these nanoparticles are computer chips. Or computer chips. They're printed with your computer chip. It's got printed circuits on it. Remember, guys, I've been hollering about these nanoparticles for years and years and years. I've been telling y'all that they're building structures inside your body. I've pulled up several articles here. I might try to get them pulled up here shortly to show you what's going on with them. But guys, what they've done is create scared, make you run to the doctor, get that thing stuck in your arm, and so you'll get these nanoparticles in there. And these nanoparticles attach themselves. They're like Val Lynn had said, they're RNA receptors. They sever the connections of information, your DNA information, to your body and start building new particles, nanoparticles inside your body with these. And each one replicates another, and they build upon themselves, just like your own DNA will build upon itself and replicate, build. The same thing with these. They're digital DNA building blocks. And I've been telling y'all, they've been doing this, spraying this in the air for years and years. And this is the final one that makes the connection, the digital connection between you with the nanoparticles they've been spraying in the air, and you've been inhaling, eating, and wearing, and everything else like that. It's the final connection between it and the 5G network and the Starlink satellite system and CERN. Yeah, it's a big jump, okay, guys, but it is there. And I'm really getting ahead of myself. There's a lot of stuff here to try to get at, guys. I try to take notes, and I get scatterbrained because that's the way I am. Anyway, about this stuff, okay, guys, y'all know the chemtrails, right? Y'all know they've been using barium, strontium, and aluminum. Well, there's another, they've also been using lithium and other stuff in it, and I had said they're going to start using these to spray contaminated biological material in the air to infect people. And they have been doing it. There's several test areas, outbreaks of Ebola and all these other diseases, hepatitis and this, that, and the other, in places where there's no link to anywhere where they could have gotten the virus. What they've done is selected areas, infected area with airborne virus, and to see what happened in spreading this. Remember during the eclipse a few years back when Google or whoever it was lost some satellites, and they put some kind of virus or something like that in it to see how it would spread. Okay, they're telling you what's going on. Anyway, a friend of mine in another country turned me on to an idea, thank you again, about indium. They call it blue gold in Venezuela because it's valuable. And I've been digging into this a little bit here and there and trying to find out why so much interest in indium. Indium is very good for conducting electricity. I thought, well, since we're running out of gold, we are running out of gold, guys, big time. We ain't got much left. It can replace gold as circuit board stuff and things like that. It's also lightweight, conductivity, a low melting point. It's really malleable. It's also used for alloys and things like that. Also, it's used for solar panels. Why is that important? Well, solar cells, these ships that they will use to transport across the our solar system and also on into the galaxy, needs a fuel supply, but they can't carry that much fuel with them all the time, so they need another source, which is light energy. Therefore, you need cells that react, solar panels that are foldable, envelop out into a panel that will absorb solar energy and power the ship. Therefore, indium is the best material made for that, and the vast quantities of that is enough to make this possible. Very cool stuff, right? Well, they're not there yet as far as they're announcing it. Yes, they are doing this, but they're not announcing it to the world. So what is the indium used for? Well, you can use it for wearable technology. These bands that go around your arm, and like Dick Tracy, if y'all or anybody remember that, Dick Tracy had the phone, wrist phone, remember? Well, this now has a thing where it projects out from indium. They'll project the screen out like here, just like a holographic image, and you can use it to dial your number, just to touch things like this, and call, and you talk to it. Just a little wrist gadget right here, like a wristband, like these little snap bands that you see, Save Our Vets or whatever it is, the heart thing and all that stuff. They're about that big around, maybe a little bit wider, and that's what they'll do. Also, you can use them for subdermal technology, where you can wear things under your skin, like your cell phone or your imprinted information through a ID chip. Cool stuff, guys. They can do this, and you're non-allergenic. Means you won't. Most people will not react allergically to it. Perfect stuff. You can use it on your shirts. These shirts that flash neon lights and all that. That's got indium in them because it's very malleable, very flexible, much more so, or about the same amount as gold. Since we run out of gold, we got indium. Well, all that cool stuff really did not amount to what's going on in Venezuela and other countries for the search of indium. So I let it lay by for a while, and every once in a while I pick up a piece of information. I don't really have time to dig and research like I used to. Every once in a while some stuff comes up. Well, something popped up about indium the other day, and so I checked on it. What does indium do to the human body? Allergic reactions. They mentioned a few things that are mild symptoms, but when mixed with aluminum oxide, y'all know what aluminum oxide is? Well, it's your mirrors. The backside of your mirrors, which makes it shiny. When you look up to do your hair and your makeup, whatever else, and comb your beard out, whatever, brush your fangs. Well, that's got silver oxide on the back of it. That's what makes it shiny. Well, so does strontium and barium. Guess what? Indium is shiny too. They can use it as a polished material like this too to make a series. Solar cells, right? Solar panels, right? So it's very shiny, very reflective. It's also very malleable. But when mixed in with these other oxides and everything, mixed together in proper proportions, they make a skin irritant, a throat irritant, a lung irritant, a nose irritant, a mucous membrane irritant, where you will start coughing and gagging and hacking and everything else like that, and gives you symptoms much like the flu or a severe cold. Truth fact. Research if y'all want to, guys. I've popped on this the other day, and I about pooped on myself because that seemed like it tied everything together. It just really did. Because, guys, out here in the air, you're not really sick. Take your temperature. Even they say the symptoms, you may not have a temperature with this V, ends with an S. You may not have this symptom or that symptom that ends but you may have the V. You need to get checked. They want to shove that thing up your brain, which has nanoparticles on it, the ones that I was just talking about. It's in injections that they want to put in your arm. These swabs they want to shove around us. I've seen the pictures of them. They had the small particles, nanoparticles on the end of them, and when they shove them up in your nose, they work their way into the brain. The same way, since they couldn't get enough people to do it, so now they created another one where everybody's going to have to go in and get in a thingy stuck in their arm with these nanoparticles in it, which are computer chips, which will activate and work with the ones that you've been inhaling and breathing in for the last umpteen years. I can bring you up some articles, guys. If you want some more information on all this stuff right here, I do have it. See, there's a company, y'all know who CRISPR is, right? Well, they've been working with this Israeli group, college. Let me see if I can find the name of it. TAU, Tel Aviv University. They've been working on cancer cures. But what they've been using is nanoparticles with gene editing from CRISPR. And what they do is go in, this RNA messenger, thank you, Lynn, you put me onto this, so I looked at it. This RNA messenger stuff comes in with this cancer stuff. And they've already been able to cure, without side effects, they say, to the most severe, the worst, deadliest cancers in mice. With this technology, these receptors come in and cut off. They're programmed. Remember I said these nanoparticles will be programmed. These nanoparticles, these RNA messenger things are programmed to chips, computers that go inside and snip off that DNA thingy that tells it to be cancer, or tells it to be blue eyes, or tells it to have red eyes, or red hair, blue hair, whatever. They have developed a way to go in and send these things in, these mechanical robots, into your body and alter your RNA, and then thus the building blocks of your DNA. Alter your RNA and thus alter your DNA. Thus, you're no longer a human, you're a Borg. One other thing before I take off here, guys, I'm going to try to do a live stream later on today. Hopefully that gets up. I've been banned on YouTube for a week. Hopefully this loads. But guys, the V that ends with an S is not real. It's man-made. It's nothing but a flu. The V that ends with an E has nanoparticles in it that turns you into a Borg. Oh, I got to visit with Jason. Thanks, Jason, man. Y'all was cool. It was great to hang out with you. Love it. This is what I've been waiting for. Oops. Oh, Jason made this for me by hand, man. This is my duck, guys. I've been waiting for this for 2 years. He made this for me, and I've been trying to get up there to Jason for 2 years to pick this up. He made this out of, I think it's agate. He hand carved it himself, guys. Every stroke of the saw, every polish that he did was by his hands. Thank you so much, Jason, man. This means a lot to me. You don't know how much. Guys, it's been groovy. I hope y'all have a great day. Happy New Year. Blessed. Hope you have many more. I got more stuff. I'm going to try to go live again this evening. Hopefully, if this one loads, I'll do a live stream. Peace out, guys.